Hi, good evening. I'm Toots Tolentino and welcome to the sneak peek of Rent, a day in the rehearsal. As you very well know, many months have passed. June, July, August, September, October, auditions, many members came, want to be part of Rent, more than 300 of them. November, we had to make the announcement from the more than 78 callbacks. Now it's December. We don't know how many minutes more will unfold to all our lives when Rent premieres in February 2010. Tonight is also going to be monumental because for the first time, all our dear friends from the media who came here with traffic and what have you nots will be able to witness a day in the rehearsal. Now that the cast is complete, the task is even going to be much tougher. And there's only one fine man who shall weave all the finer details of this production together. A man with passion, with a lot of sense and sensibility, an artist, a visionaire,
I didn't know you were going to use all these adjectives.
the director of Rent, my Robbie Guevara.
You're blushing.
Yeah. Thank you, Toots. Thank you, everyone, for coming tonight. Welcome to our rehearsal sneak peek. It was actually Toots' idea to invite you guys over for a rehearsal. And I just couldn't agree more that it was a good idea. Just so we need to get the word out that we've already begun rehearsals, even though it's still in Feb. Theater is that demanding. So it was a good idea for him to come up to invite members of the press and bloggers to experience what we go through in a rehearsal. For December, we've just scheduled dance classes and music rehearsals. Music rehearsals are conducted by our musical director, CJ Javier, and our vocal coach, O'Neil Torres. So that's what we have in line for December. It's just really preparation. Come January, that's when we start the harder work, which is the blocking and the more detailed choreography. Our choreographer will be Charles Thompson. Actually, he's already started giving them dance class. He's one of the lead choreographers of Huslegs. Our scenographer, Mio Infante, is also here with us tonight. As you are probably all well aware, Rent involves 8 friends. In the play version, they're supported by 7 chorus members who play various parts in the show. These 8 friends are, of course, based in New York, and essentially, it's just about their daily lives. Rent takes place in the 1 year. We have a glimpse of the 1 year that they were together. The hardships they go through in terms of poverty, dealing with a sickness. In this particular situation, it's AIDS. It's set in the 90s. It was written in the 90s and it's set in the 90s. And we will still set it in the 90s, just to keep it more intact and more grounded. When we were awarded the rights to the show, I contemplated on updating it to today, but in consultation with my artistic staff, it was really much better to just stick to how it was originally written. However, since the Filipino audience has evolved since then and is still evolving, in as much as the industry is still evolving. The staging, hopefully, will be more than what was staged in the 90s. So, of course, we can't show much of that tonight, but tonight is about the rehearsal. So, like I said, it's being conducted. That was just a glimpse of some of the songs we're preparing. We're doing another song called what's it called? La Vie Bohème, which is the finale of Act 1. Just to give you a brief background, La Vie Bohème happens after all of the friends witness a show by one of the friends. Actually, it's easier if I introduce first the friends and the company. So I'll start with the chorus. Ring Antonio, Peachy Atilano, Ana Santa Maria, Johann de la Fuente, Raul Montesa, Harold Cruz, Mark Cohen, and Gary Junsay. Our leads playing Benny, Noel Rayos. Benny is sort of the contrabida in the show. Well, yeah, in the beginning. He originally is actually the friend, or one of the best friends, or the barkada of the three main characters. But like many people in our world and in our country, his character reflects those who are actually good-natured but gets corrupted by greed. And that's Benny. That's my personal interpretation. It's not going to be naman that outrightly obvious, but it's there. The two lesbians. Joanne will be played by Jenny Villegas. And her lover, Carla Guevara-Laforteza. She plays Maureen. The friends, Tom Collins will be played by OJ Mariano, who is a teacher, a professor, philosophy professor, who is AIDS inflicted, and he meets someone on the street, and they instantly fall in love, who is also AIDS inflicted. That's the character's Angel, who will be played by Bautista. As you can see, when he walked into the door during auditions, we kind of had no choice. We were just hoping he could sing and he could dance, and being a member of Air Dance, he can dance, and being a voice major in UP, he can sing. So, the role of Mimi will be played by Nicole Asensio.
Wow.
And Cara Barredo will be alternating, playing in certain performances. Mark will be played by Fredison Lo. And last but not the least, Roger is Gian Magdangal. So now that I've mentioned everyone. Yeah. So now that you've met the cast, back to the story. So the friends, that's Mark, Roger, and before it was Benny, they were barkada, and then Tom Collins was also a friend, but Benny got married into money, so he kind of got big-headed and became mayabang, separated. Like I mentioned, Tom meets Angel, and they form a bond. So it's really about the friendship of those. Not friends. Mark's former girlfriend Maureen turned the other way and met Joanne, who is not really an artist. Among the 8, she's the only non-artist. She's the corporate girl. And I don't know if you're familiar with it. There's really a difference when you're corporate and when we're in the arts. But she's learning to. In our interpretation, you'll see how different that will be. That's why, siguro among all the cast members, Jenny probably has the biggest challenge because even she it didn't occur to her to audition. When she came in, she auditioned for chorus, but I really thought about making it different, making Joanne different, and it occurred to me that she could probably do it, and so far, yes, she's doing it, doing a good job.